Welcome to the session. In today's session, I'm gonna show you a complete end-to-end deployment of front-end application by using Jenkins and on a Docker. In this particular session, I'm going to integrate the three of the tool, which is a GitHub for the repository and the code storage, and for the runtime, I'm using the Docker that help you to run your containers and Jenkins. So for the automation without manually deploying, and this is the core concept of DevOps to deploy your application seamlessly and also roll back and updates. So first of all, I have to and I'm using cloud as well for the EC2 instance. For the server, I'm going to install Jenkins or the EC2 instance. So here I have to first start with the launching the EC2 instance. So here is my AWS console. Now I'm going to launch an instance and I have to give the just name for the demo DevOps. Okay, sorry. It seems it is having issue with the internet. So this is going to be your demo lecture for this. So that's why I have given the demo DevOps. And for the Linux, I'm going to use Amazon optimized Linux. So this is going to be a Red Hat based Linux that is using a Yum package manager. And for the instance type, I am going to use a T2 medium because our Docker and Jenkins server sits on this instance. So, and I don't need any SSH connection by the client. So I'm going to use EC2 Instance Connect. So EC2 Instant Connect, it is a feature provided by AWS to connect your instance on a browser-based client. You don't have to install any putty-based client and any other client for connecting SSH. So in a security group, I also going to create a a security group. So this is allowed for the SSH, and also I want my traffic for my application, which is going to run on a 80. So here HTTP port, and if it is further required, I can edit that security group to allow the particular port. So for now, I'm going to launch this, and yes. This is the official documentation provided by AWS to install the Docker, and here are the commands which I'm going to execute on the EC2 instance. And for the Jenkins installation, we have got also the official documentation, which is a Jenkins. And here we have the complete commands to install Jenkins. And let me check, it is provisioned. So we start with the installation of the Docker. So it is loading. I don't know, it's having some sort of internet issue. Still, it is okay. So just a minute, I'm not able to click here. Hello. So yes, this is the feature which is called EC2 Instance Connect. It provide you browser-based client to connect with your instance. And now I'm going to connect with my EC2 instance via SSH connection. And let me wait some time for get connected with the EC2 instance. So now it is initiating the connection with the EC2 instance, and it will take bit longer because I have chosen the Sydney region because in a AP region my application is running. So that's why. And here we got our terminal, and now we are going to install the Dockers. For that, I have to first update my operating system, the Amazon Linux, and here. So the sudo command is like run sudo super user do. The meaning of sudo is super user do, like it run a command on the basis of the super user. And yum, it is a package manager provided. It is a Red Hat based package manager, yellow dog modifier, and update, it is going to update the operating system. And y parameter, it is going to say yes for all, because if you not put yes, it prompt you again and again for write yes and y. So that's why it is a command, complete command, which update your operating system. And after that, I'm going to execute this command. So this command is supported with the older version of Linux. So that's why I'm going to this run sudo yum install docker. And now I'm in my EC2 instance here, and I have already installed you, already told you like what is this like your yum and install, and why is like same as it won't prompt you for the again yes and yes. So just a minute, let this install. So yes, it is installing the Docker engine on my Amazon Linux. And meanwhile, we can also forward with the documentation. So here we have a command which is I'm going to install in a terminal. So this is a start command. So it is running some sort of scriptlet for the SE Linux, and we can wait a bit to run this. So here I'm going to start the service. So this is a sudo with the sudo super user do and service, which is going to be a Docker service, and I provided a name and operation what I want. So I'm going to start this by using this command. So my Docker has started, and this command is basically uh, do the operation add my EC2 instance user, like this is the user where I'm running all the commands. So it add this user in a Docker group, so I don't need to have any time run the sudo to operate with the Docker, and I don't need to have again put the sudo to even run and pull containers and push containers. So this is why I have added this and provided access to this user to do the operation with the Docker. So yes, and even though I will do the Docker operation, so it say I don't have permission because let Docker ps no, like it is saying it is permission denied. So I have to just refresh the terminal, and after that I get the effect of that access. So here now I got my terminal. Now I can run. Yes, as you can see that I got the access of Docker without running sudo command. So here also Docker hyphen v, I could check the version of Docker. So yes, here we have our Docker version 25, and now we are good to go to install and deploy our Docker application. And now I'm moving forward with the Jenkins server installation. So here first of all I have to update my operating system, and here proceeding with this command update, and it is already up to date as you seeing no error, no package marks for upgraded. Okay, so now I have to add some Jenkins repository on my Linux system. So this will add the repository of Jenkins, so where we can get our Jenkins and also update of the Jenkins. So we have added the repository, and I have to add the GPG key to authenticate with the RPM Red Hat Packet Manager. And so, like those who don't know what is RPM, so RPM is a Red Hat Packet Manager, and this Linux is also Amazon Linux is also based on the Red Hat Packet Manager. So that's why this is asking for add the RPM Package Manager GPG keys. And here we got our GPG key added, and now we are proceeding with the upgrade. So the difference between update and upgrade is the update is just update the latest version, but the upgrade is remove your older version and place with the newer version. So this is about the upgrade. And for the runtime, the Jenkins servers is written and uh, developed on a Java based. So it need a Java, sorry, it need a Java to run on a or EC2 instance. So for that I have to install the Java version which is a 17, and just a minute. Now I am going to install. So it is it's still installing the Java. So here I am going to put the command. So the sudo is already told you super user do am is a Red Hat package manager which is a yellow dog modifier, and install command is used to install any software and packages on your system, and Jenkins we want to install for a pipeline, and y parameter is for all for y. So this is going to install, and we have to first enable. So here we have another command sudo systemctl enable Jenkins. So it enables the difference between start and status and enable. The enable is do like whenever your system, whenever your EC2 instance is restarted, so it will automatically restart your Jenkins server. If you not enable this service, so this is going to be stop after the restart, then you have to manually start that. So that is why I have enabled, even though my server is going to restart and I do restart, so this is going to be automatically started. So here I have enabled my Jenkins server, and again I'm going to start the Jenkins server, which is going to this command, and this command is going to restart my Jenkins server, and it is holding a prompt for a bit. Now our Jenkins server is started. So how could we check our Jenkins server is running or not? So we have our command which is a status, sudo systemctl status Jenkins. So this command is shows you or your service is running or stopped and having any issue. So as you can see that my service is active and running, and also this is enabled, so we don't have to manually restart. And also I get the administrator password to log in a web GUI. So for that I have to first expose the port. The by default port of Jenkins server is 8080, so I have to allow on my security group to allow the inbound role with the port 8080. So for that I'm going to insert the insert the EC2 console, and here we have security group. Under my security group I have to add the inbound rule. So here I have to edit inbound rule and add the rule custom TCP. Okay, and here I have to put, sorry, 8080, and here I have to put anywhere. So for now I am just testing, and if it is deployment then I have to specify the any IP and the security group where I want to access. So for now it's good with the 80 and with the anywhere. So this is going to be just a testing purpose. So now I have to save this rule, and again I have to go to the console. Here I get the public IP, and on the public IP I have to be put on a port number 8080, which is going to be a default port of Jenkins. So here we got the Jenkins GUI, and here I have to put the code which I sorry, no, I have, sorry, I have put it something wrong. I have to copy this, which is the administrator password. For the security reasons they provide the admin password. Not, I don't want to save this, and I have to install the suggested plugin to work smoothly with the Jenkins. So it will take a bit of time to install because it has sort of different component to going to install a dark theme and LDAP, Git pipeline, time stepper, Gradle. So wait for some time to install. So it will take a bit time to install, just a minute. Wait for some time, let me check like how much time is left. So it has been around 15 minutes. I have to wrap up on in 5 more minutes, but I don't know why it's taking a bit of time. Let me check what's going on. It is still pending some installation, so we can wait for that. So now it is going to be finished. So yes, I have to create the user. So I put my name is Kaftab, and here in the password, I'm going to just simple write a simple password, and here I could write tab, shake of tab, shake tab, and your email address. I just going to put a simple email, gmail.com. Yes, this is showing the URL of our site and our Jenkins server. So I don't need anything, and now we can start using Jenkins. So first of all, I will do one thing, which is we have one plugin. So this is the Jenkins GUI, and here the manage Jenkins. So you can customize your Jenkins by going this option. For now, I'm going to install some plugins. So inside the plugin, we have available plugins. So I need to install some plugin like Docker, and we have Docker and Docker Commons, and that would be good. And also for the stage view build, it will show you a good stage, ST. So here this one is show you a better GUI while running your application or running your deployment. So just a minute. So now these are going to be installed in our system, and after that this is going to be restarted. So it is still installing. Meanwhile, I could do one thing. I have to install the Git on my Linux system to interact with the. Oh, it seems it is stuck. Okay, I have to again reload the terminal. No, 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 I got the terminal back, and here I have to install sudo yum install git -y. So now I got the git command here. So yes, you could see that this is showing different parameters and option to run the git, and our Jenkins server is going to be completed. So yes, so yes, I have to again log in because it has restarted after installing the Jenkins plugin. Sorry, not in. And here I have just created simple password. I don't want to save. Okay, restart is still pending. I don't know. Okay, safe restart build agent can. So now this is going to restart it again, and after that our Jenkins is going to be ready. So let me see how much time is left. It is already 20 minutes. Now we have to again log in on Jenkins. Okay, top tab, and here I have my password. Okay, and I have to create a one pipeline new item, and this is the way we can create a pipeline. This as a beginner, these are like not yet understandable, but once we get the hands on, you could able to understand. For the demonstration I'm just doing this. So this is a main, and I have to just give the name demo DevOps, sorry, DevOps. I have to give the new item name, and this is the industry grade pipeline which is used to in actual production. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate. And now we got our namespace, and this is the basic option which like it is store your old build. So you can create a you like many time new pipeline trigger, so it would create a new build, and it's saying how much days you want to your build is kept, the build to be kept. So I just need 2 days, which is good. And how much number of your old build should be kept here? So I just need three, so only three last build will be saved, and otherwise going to be deleted. So it would save the storage of your Jenkins server in long term, and like you have a multiple environment, so where you could use this to save the storage and resource. And here you got a simple pipeline, and I'm just going to run everything working fine or not. So just running this, and after running this command we can see something which is a stage view here. And yes, so that is the plugin which we have installed, which is a stage view. So it's going to show you a complete and beautiful GUI showing the different stages of your application. For now I have to uh, configure this with my application. So for that I have to copy, first of all I have to get the code from here, and after that I have to move in a directory which is going to be this, and after that I have to create a container and by using Jenkins, and then I have to deploy on the this EC2 instance. So yes, we are going to first of all added this file where my Jenkins is. Yes, so now I'm here, and this is going to be stages, which is to copy, save, build now. If it is we have any issue with the or groovy syntax, so yes, I got the issue. Let me check what I have messed with this groovy syntax. And yes, probably it is a groovy syntax error. In a console output he could see that. Yes, I know it was the issue with the line 4. Yes, I have to check and edit. So I have to go to the configure, and here I have to check what is the exactly issues there. And we have sort of issue which is this one. Everything is look good, but I don't know. I have to check the stage, this step. 4. So here we have to delete this and check. Again, I have to build now, and now it is passed. Okay, so this is my third build and configure again. Now I have to add another. This is the stage. This is the second one where I have to stage. Sorry, I have to just give the single quote. You could also give the double quote. And here we are going to create container creating, and here we have steps. So here I have to just provide another. So now maybe this is going to be run, and I have to just write a echo to test everything is working fine. Echo, and here hello. I'll explain all the code. First I have to check if it is having issue or it's working. Yes, it runs. So the syntax of the pipeline is, first of all we have to define the pipeline, which is a production grade. We have also freestyle, but this is going to actually use in a production, so that's why we are using for the complex application and agent. So we could also create a multiple node of the Jenkins server, and also you could specify the IP and host name here, but now we don't have much and we have only one, so I have specify any. So this is going to pick this one, and after that we have stages. So under the stages we have multiple stage. So the stages are going to be define the actual stage of your application. And first this is going to be clone the code, and after the cloning you could also add with some code analysis tool, and also you could add any security check marks and all. And also you could create a container, also you could push in a ECR repository on Docker, and also you could run in a Kubernetes and whatever you want. So here for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to demonstrate a simple pipeline. So first of all I have to write here getting code, getting G double E G double G E G double E. It seems I have written something wrong. Getting G dot array G E getting, or simply you could write a code cloning code. The L is the capital, so I have to write a small l, cloning, cloning, or clone. Simply you could write clone code, and here you could also, and this one is good. And another we want, which is a another stage, which is deploying container. And here we could add another steps. I have to check again by echo hello again, and I have to check this all those are working, or if it is any of the stage is failing I have to debug it again. So yes, we got our 3 stage and configure. So here I have to write a command which is going to be a sh. So sh means the shell command. For running shell command, you have to specify the sh, and here I have to add this git clone and where is the repository. So here is my repository code, and where is sorry, here is my Jenkins. So shift insert to add my repository and creating container. So here I am going to use multi-line command of shell. So this one is only for the single line shell command, and if you want to run multi-line shell command or script, so you could use three single quotes, and here you have to cd on your repository. So first of all, I have to just clone the code, and after that I'm going to check anything if it is working fine. So debugging and building now. I hope so. This oh MG, it happened something. Oh, let me check. Okay, sorry, I'm not. I don't have to check here. Configure console output. Okay, I'm having issue with my line 25. Okay, let me check. It is again having issue with the my configuration. I have to again go to the configure. Okay, sorry. I have to put this, and now this is like they are thing. All these are comment. So again, I have to build this, and on this time now we got our code clone. So each and every project and item we have one workspace on a Linux system. For getting the workspace cd, this is the default homepage of Jenkins var lib Jenkins, and here you got a workspace. So simply I'll go inside the workspace, and you could see the how much workspace are there, and we have our demo cd demo DevOps, and now we are inside. Now you can get the code, and even I will delete this code again, you could see by running that command. So I am going to rm rf with the simple. Okay, cannot remove. Okay, yes. Okay, no yaar, why it's asking for each one? I don't want to give ls. Simple. Oh, I have to put the sudo here. So now we got, so we don't have any repository here again. So if I want to, as you can see that we don't have any repos, any code here, and if I want this, so I can again run, and I'll get a code here. So now I just run my pipeline, and this is completed the 7, and here I can do again ls. So yes, you can get, you can see that I got a code here, and again I'm going to remove because I want to demonstrate the whole process. So yes, now we are inside. Again, I have to first build the container, then I have to deploy. So now we are getting code in our Jenkins server. Now it's time to uh, go to inside the code, and for that I have to write a cd and that parameter, the name of that repository which we have created. So cd, and this is the folder which is show after the cloning this code. And now in a multi-line shell command, after going inside that, we have a command which is a docker build, and docker build hyphen t, and the image name, so DevOps demo, dev DevOps demo. And also I'm going to tag give the version v1, and this is going to be, so guys, this is a docker, it is used to docker build. So this is going to be a create a build from my repository. So first it will clone a code, and after getting the code, we have one folder, on under the folder we have our docker file, so this is going to be clone. So docker build command is to build the image, and T is used for the tagging, that if you want to tag with your repository name and also the version. And now after building, we are going to deploy the container. So here I am also going to use multi-line, and you could say that the simple and simply. So I'm going to just run the shell command, shell and single line command. So docker run hyphen d for detached, or you could say that a daemon mode, and p stands for port, so which is going to be specify port 80. So and this is a 3000. So my application is running on a 3000, but I want to map on a 80 where my virtual machine is running. So like my 3000 port is going to listen on my EC2 instance port 80, so I can directly able to access by putting my IP and URL of my EC2 instance. So here we have our docker run hyphen d, the DTH mode, and p for mapping the port. And another, I have to provide the image name, which is going to be this. After the creation, this is going to be deploy. So here I have specified this. And guys, now it's time to see the truth. Our pipeline is running and it is going to broke. So as you can see that, guys, here, unless we don't have anything, and also nothing is running docker ps. And now after running our pipeline, you could see build now, and it will take a omg, we have failed somewhere. Configure, let me check, let me check. Okay, I know what's going on. I have to I have to give the permission. I got that. I have to give the permission inside the. First of all, I have to go to the Docker and here, and even like whatever the issues occur, you have to check the console. So here, we don't have permission to run the Docker command here. Okay. cd docker build. Okay, sorry. I have to also specify one more thing, which is I have forgot it. So again, I have to edit this file, and another after that this is also going to be failed. So yes, you could check. mm, I have to go to inside and configure. I have provided dot. So where is it, my docker build command, docker build. So here I have to provide this dot, so uh, it will specify the docker, the my docker file is there. So in this repository we have docker file as well. And even though I'm going to run this is going to be failed because I know what's going on. So again I'm going to fail this. So yes, I know this is going to be failed. I know this is going to be failed because first I had to remove. So yes, and I have to again check, configure. I know all the thing is going to be failed. That's why configure. First of all, I have to check exact what I am expecting. Console output. So it's saying first of all it is already exist, and that's why this is going to skip due to earlier failure. So yes, first we this file is already exist. We could also customize this. It will only fetch the changes which is happen inside the repository, but I have not specified on that way, so that's why it's saying it is already exist. And I have to also add this command. I have to add this command on a Jenkins, which is a sudo user mod sorry, user mod, and hyphen a append and g. It will append the Jenkins user on a Docker group. So what I'm adding the Jenkins because I want to run Docker using Jenkins. So yes, now, and for the reflection I need to have restart the Jenkins server. So systemctl sudo systemctl restart, sorry, restart restart Jenkins. So as you can see that guys, I have created issue and like couple of issues you can also see, and how I have troubleshooted. You could also see that after the restarting, the pipeline is probably going to run and it will deploy our application on a or Docker engine which is hosted on our EC2 instance. So here I have to again log in, key of tab and password. I don't need to save those, and again I have to check if it is my code is still there. No, we don't have any codes. So now it's on this time this is going to be probably deploy. So now this is cloning the code. OMG, again we got the issue. We have to check on a console output what is going on. Simple DevOps is not a empty directory. Again I have to check and remove that. I have to remove all that within this directory, and for that it is saying it is already exists, it is not an empty directory. So I have to delete all the thing which is present under this namespace. So I have to go ls cd space dot ls. So yes, I have to delete all that. Cd demo ls rm r simple. So I have to provide the sudo as well. Sudo As you can see that we don't have any directory right now. And let me check our pipeline is still failing or it's going to work. Okay, it is still failing, and why it's failing? We have to check those errors. Console output. Okay, invalid tag repository name must be in a lower case. Okay, so I have to do all the things in a lower case. Sure, sure. For the sake of this, I have to delete all those repository from here, and also I have to add in my Jenkins file. So I don't have to provide in a uppercase. Repository must have in a lower case. So I have made mistake here, which I have provided the repository name in a. I have to just put dev, and O is also going to be small. Ops, and again the D is small and is also small. So now this is going to be work for a bit. So again I'm going to run this, and probably now it's time to this is going to be run, and container is creating, and now it seems our container is still creating, not yet completed. Now okay, now our container is created and also deployed. So guys, first of all I'll check you by my console. So on that time we don't have any containers, so here docker and ps, you could see that our application is running and on a port 80. So I just have to simply go to the this public IP of the host, and yes, you can see our site is up and running. So yes, I have finally deployed our front-end application by using this pipeline, and yes, you can see that finally after troubleshooting and checking what's going on, now we got our application up and running, and this is our front-end application which is hosted by our docker. So yes, this is about the demo of this complete end-to-end pipeline by using docker container. So this application is running inside the docker. You could also check here, in my instance we have uh, call command, call local host 80. Okay, maybe it is not. Oh, I have to check. Call could not resolve host. Okay, I have made some sort of issue. I don't know why. I have to install the call command. So even though our application is running, you could see that docker ps. As you can see that our IP is hosted on this port. So yes, this is the name of other application. So I'm going to stop this application. So docker stop, and the ID of this container, and here we have, sorry, the paste option, and now this is going to be stop for I don't know, it's hold my prompt. Yes, or a container is stopped, and again now this is going to be take a bit, and after, yes, this is gone. So this is about the demonstration of complete end-to-end pipeline, and the video is around 49 minutes. Yes, thank you. Yes, bye bye.